And
love to see them advance. That would be so cool to see that program back at Ford Field. It's been, 25 years, 30 years?
Exactly. 97 was the last time that they won the championship. And this game being played at Clare, of course, playing a team, Grand Rapids West Catholic, that seems like they're there every year. JC, they've won, 7 championships. They went on a 5-year run, 2013, 14, 15, 16, and 17. They won the state championship 5 years in a row.
That's incredible.
That is an incredible run by
that could be a record.
I know.
Who's won the state championship 5 years in a row? That doesn't even if you had a great freshman quarterback.
Right.
That means he graduated and the kid that was sitting behind him was really good.
That's exactly right. That means the kids that were in 7th grade when the seniors graduated with that first championship team are the part of that team that won their last championship in a row. So, I mean, it's just wild to have those numbers like that. But, of course, we're very fond of both teams nicknamed the Falcons. Just a little side note there. Green and white is the color of Grand Rapids West Catholic, and the brown and gold of the Ogama Heights Falcons. So, and that game played at Clare, a very familiar field for Ogama Heights.
Yeah, like we said, it would be great to see Ogama Heights in there. They have had a really nice run the last 4 years, making the playoffs, beating, some really good football teams along the way in a great conference.
Right.
And but it's going to take their best effort to beat this Grand Rapids West Catholic team, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it, JC. And Division III extended our coverage zone down to Mount Pleasant. 12-0 Mount Pleasant. They made it to the finals back in 2011, trying to get there again this year with the win over Lowell. Lowell, as we know, they're the 3-time state champs from back in 2002, 2004, and 2009 as their last championship.
Yeah, a Lowell team that has had a lot of kids, even at that division level, Division III, play a D1 football. You see them on Michigan State's rosters, CMU's rosters a ton.
Yes. Yeah, no question, JC. They're, like we said, a Division III team, but they play a Division I and II schedule. So they're playing the Rockfords. They're playing a lot of the Grand Rapids schools. So they play up in divisions. That's why they have 2 losses this year. But they really are a very tough physical team.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Rich, with a Warren De La Salle team that was 3-6 that is still in the playoffs.
Just crazy.
Because of what a difficult schedule they have played. And I think the theme of the day, and now that we've covered the teams that are kind of in our broadcast area, is, who's going to upset the apple cart? There's a lot of huge favorites playing in their semifinals game today that people are targeting matchups for Ford Field that would be epic, namely the D1 with Catholic Central on the one end of the bracket and Detroit Cass Tech on the other.
Right.
People are literally salivating over that particular matchup. Can one of the other teams step up there and throw that into chaos?
Yeah, that East Kentwood taking on Catholic Central, and then also Rochester Adams taking on Cass Tech. Like you said, everybody throughout the state has got Cass Tech and Catholic Central meeting up in that final game. But if a curveball could be thrown there, that would be unbelievable upset to start Division I finals.
Yeah, I don't see any way East Kentwood could possibly beat Catholic Central. It is football.
It is.
Your quarterback has a tough day, fumbles a couple of snaps or whatever. I think Rochester Adams might have a little bit more of a possibility to take down Cass Tech. Rochester Adams is a huge school, and they've made some pretty deep runs in the playoffs, although I'm not sure they've ever actually won a state championship.
Right. And then in Division II, a team you're very familiar with, Orchard Lake St. Mary's takes on Portage Central, a team that just got by Traverse City Central last week in a really hard-fought ball game. And then at the other side of that bracket is Dexter and Birmingham Groves.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I grew up if I hadn't gone to Brother Rice, I would have gone to Groves High School. And they've had a really nice run in the last 10 years, going to the state championship 9 out of those 10 years. But this is as far as they've ever made it. And seeing them make it to Ford Field would be really gratifying for me. Although they've got a huge opponent to take on today.
Yeah, no question about it. Skipping along to Division 4, we got
just going back really briefly, Rich, to that Orchard Lake St. Mary's team. You've got 2 kids committed to Michigan, 1 kid committed to Michigan State on that squad. And then the quarterback is just a sophomore, Coach Jermaine Gonzalez's son.
Right.
There's always a few blue chippers on that Orchard Lake St. Mary's team. But Portage Central is, a very storied program, too. That should be a great ball game.
For sure. Yeah, that's definitely a classic matchup there in that Division 2. Again, jumping to Division 4, we already covered Division 3 with in Division 4, Hudsonville Unity Christian taking on Vicksburg. I don't know a whole lot about Vicksburg at all, but on the other side of the bracket, 2 teams we are familiar with, Goodrich and Dearborn Divine Child.
Dearborn Divine Child, as I said, that's the fighting Gary Danielsons was an All-American there before he went to Purdue. They won a couple of state championships under Danielson. It's been a long time. I can't tell you when the last time. Although they've had a couple of decent runs here, but again, they were in the state finals 2 years ago and lost, and they're back at it, knocking on the door again. So the matchups are really going to be. I don't know how you're going to stream all these, Rich. What are you going to do?
Oh, exactly. I don't have enough computers in my house to cover all those games, JC.
Yeah.
But Division 7, we jumped over 5 and 6 because we covered our local teams there that are in it. But a team we're familiar with, Menominee, taking on Pewamo, Westphalia, and that's right here just north in Gaylord. And then on the other side of that bracket, Schoolcraft in Clinton.
Yeah, Schoolcraft is a really good squad. They won a state championship in 2020, if I remember correctly. And, it's just funny. Kent City seems to be like the only team in here that doesn't have a legacy football program. All these other teams, we see them knocking on these doors quite often.
Yeah, we do, exactly. All of these names, most of them familiar. Like you said, Kent City giving it a run, and again, they're furthest that they've made it. So good for them. Whatever happens today, they've had a tremendous season.
Yep, and then D8, kind of our favorite team already got bounced out of there, which was kind of surprising.
It certainly was, exactly. With Beale City, we thought for sure they're the defending Division 8 state champs. We thought they would make another run to it. Well, they went over to Harbor Beach last week and got beat 26-15. So obviously this Harbor Beach team is for real, and they're taking on a team just west of Escanaba in Bark River Harris. And then Hudson on the other side of the bracket taking on Allen Park Cabrini.
Yeah, like I told you, this Allen Park Cabrini, that school has been around since the 30s, and I don't ever remember them being in a state champion. So this is another team like Kent City. I remember when I was back in the 70s, what the heck was the kid's name? He ended up playing for the Lions. They had a pretty good football team, but that's when they only had four divisions in football, and it was a lot harder to make it to a state championship. That's why I always say it's way harder to win the state championship as a basketball team, Rich. 8 shots at it in football, only 4 in b-ball.
No question about it. That is for sure. And so, hey, JC, we really appreciate you joining us this morning on your road trip down to a wedding. Hey, you guys, you and Cheryl, have a good time, and we'll happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you, Rich. Of course, since it's next Friday, next Saturday, we will not have a scoreboard show. We'll be back at it in the beginning of December.
Yep, that's right, and then we'll be talking pretty much all hoops from there on.
That's right.
So,
Thank God. Thanks, Roadrunner.
No problem.
All right,
Safe
thanks,
travel.
JC. All right,
Take care.
All right, JC. JC going over some of the brackets on the football action that's taken place today. And when we come back from commercial break, we're going to go into a little preseason basketball. We have head coach from Traverse City West, Doug Ballman. You're listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Warnick GMC in Gaylord.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that power Saab's mission, keeping people and society safe. Hi, I'm David Howie, Project Manager for Saab in Northern Michigan. Saab is dedicated to being a responsible neighbor, a reliable employer, a steward of the environment, and a proud supporter of Northern Michigan High School athletics. Saab in Northern Michigan.
The savings are red hot at the Chevy Red Tag Sale at Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Right now, you can lease a 2026 LT Crew Cab with TurboMax for an astounding $155 per month with just $3,500 down. Or take advantage of 0% financing for qualified buyers on select 2026 Silverado, 1500s, Equinox, or Trailblazers. Grab a red tag before they're all gone. You'll only find these at ChevyCentral.com or in Gaylord on Old 27 at Jim Wernig Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Take a trip to Tuscany when you visit Benetham's in November. A sumptuous shrimp strozzapreti and an elegant eggplant parm tower taste as wonderful as they look. And an old-world lasagna al forno is Italian comfort food at its finest. No one has a better Italian wine list to pair with your meal than Benetham's. The 4 to 6 p.m. happy hour is a wonderful chance to try the Italian appetizers. Visit Benethams.com and reserve your table today. Benetham's, for the true love of food.
I'm Cecilia Chesney, CEO and a proud big sister with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm reaching out with an urgent message about the incredible growth we are experiencing. Growth I've never witnessed in my 15 years. Right now, 97 children are on our wait list. 97 young people in our community waiting and hoping for a mentor. We need your help. Recently, one child told us, "I'm still waiting for a big brother because I just want someone to believe in me." Mentoring is about making a meaningful connection, whether it's a long talk after school or a quick high five that says, "I believe in you." Every moment counts. To our incredible mentors, thank you for believing in our children and making a difference every single day. Your impact is immeasurable. And to those of you who are thinking about joining us, now is the time. Your involvement will transform a child's life. Join us in our mission to empower youth. Visit bigsupnorth.org. Let's turn those 97 hopeful faces into 97 success stories. Together, we can show these kids they are not alone.
Gear up like a boss at Blue Collar Clothing. They have the brands for folks who believe that working hard is a way of life. Like the company owner who still clocks in at the mill every day. Blue Collar Clothing on Morenci Avenue in Mile carries their own durable clothing brand, plus Carhartt, Red Wing, and other hard-working American-made clothing and footwear. Or shop for everything online at BlueCollarClothingCo.com. When you work hard, your gear should too. BlueCollarClothingCo.com.
Stop in to Jim Warnick GMC to check out all the new GMC models. From the smooth and quiet ride of the GMC Sierra to a great selection of SUVs to include the Acadia, Terrain, and Yukon. No matter what your needs and budget, you'll find the right GMC to check all the boxes. All this in an amazing service department, sales team, and finance group makes shopping Jim Warnick GMC in Gaylord the best choice. Visit WarnickGMC.com. GMC. We are professional grade.
Tune in to WGRY every Thursday afternoon for the Odawa Casino Weekend Ramp-Up. A quick 1-minute look at all that's happening at Northern Michigan's destination for fun and entertainment. Odawa Casino, Y101 Up North Sports Radio.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins and the Roadrunner in this afternoon. How are you, bud?
Hey, we're doing good. Let's get going here. Sports time.
That's right. We're jumping right back from football right into the basketball season now. And joining us is the head coach from Traverse City West boys basketball team, Doug Ballman. Coach, it's good to talk to you. That means it's basketball season.
It does. I'm excited. I got your text yesterday and knew it was that time of year already, which is great.
It is, Coach. The teams, the last couple of years have had a lot of success, Coach. We were district champs 2 years ago. Last year made it to the district finals, but we won the conference championship. coming off a 19-5 record overall. You've really established a program there, Doug. What's been the key now for you? I think, what is this, your 5th year doing this?
It is going into my 5th year, and the kids have really established the program. I mean, the effort and work that they've put in to this, starting just at a young level, coming to camps, working on a lot of the off season, getting into the gym, getting in the weight room. So a lot of credit to the boys and the effort they've put in, to build that success.
Yeah, Coach, we're losing 4 seniors from last year's team, 4 seniors that started almost every game, for us with the Mason Zimmermans, the Caden Stoops, Lincoln Lockhart, Winslow Robinson. So there's some kids coming up through the rank and file that are very talented, but those are some big shoes to fill.
They are, and we'll never replace those 4 outstanding players for us. They really elevated the competitive level and the drive for this program, and I'm really excited to have the new guys step in the role and really try to fulfill what legacy those 4 left behind. But yeah, really excited about Carter Grubb. He's grown a couple inches, put on a lot of good, strong muscle. It really has improved his game all around. Obviously, Blake LeFay's coming back, running us at the point guard position. Bastion Royals back, Graham Hetherington, Jake Banish, real solid up front court for us. We have Noah Sletter and Brody Jones as well, and then picked up Owen Rival here with a family move there over the off season. So he'll add a real good dynamic for us.
Yeah, Coach, how has that transition gone thus far with Owen coming in? You've had, around 10 days to practice thus far?
Yep, it's gone real well. The boys have been incredibly, accepting of him, and he's fit right in. Great personality, great kid. We're excited to have him. We have a scrimmage this morning with Frankfurt to kind of see how we are in working together. So, that's kind of our senior talent coming in, and then our juniors. We have Cruz Lockhart coming in, Cam Bohr, Duncan Robinson. We got a real strong group of juniors as well.
Yeah, those kids all got a lot of minutes down on the JV level last year. Another successful team there, and so they're used to winning, and that's kind of through all of your programs, Doug. That's been a constant now the last few years. There's been a whole lot of winning all the way up through the rank and file.
And I've been extremely blessed there with the coaches at the lower level there. Scott Chenard going into his 6th year with the Titan basketball program, running the JV, along with his assistants coming back, Ty Lurvy and Mitch Lurvy, and then Brendan Chenard, Scott's son, taking over his 3rd year here as a freshman coach, just bringing a lot of that knowledge that he's accumulated from his father, and we have a real good, strong freshman program. So, yeah, overall, the health of the Titan basketball program is very strong, and I'm very grateful for the coaching staff I have in place to help build that.
Yeah, Coach, you've done a really nice job to solidify that program, and it's great, having the battles each year with the Cadillacs, the Gaylords, the Petoskis, all of that, Coach. And then we've met Marquette the last couple of years. We got them once in a district final, and they got us last year. But, man, we've had some tremendous battles.
We have, and hopefully we don't have to make a trip up there again. Hopefully MHSAA does something to change their seeding and aspects, so we don't have to make that trip a 3rd year in a row. But, I'm real excited. These boys have been putting in a lot of work here these first, week and a half of practice, and have really gelled together well in this short time. So looking forward to the season that's quickly upon us. Starting out with a road trip to East Kentwood, and then a home game against Grand Haven.
Yeah.
So looking forward to 2 very good teams to get us started.
Right, Coach. Are there any other scrimmages that you're having at West there that I can come over and get an early peek at the team?
Yeah, we're going to host St. Francis and McBain next Wednesday. So the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
At 5:30, we're going to bring McBain and St. Francis in for another tri-team scrimmage, and just kind of, again, put some of the concepts into play and work out some kinks that we need to before that following week with East Kentwood.
Yeah, Coach, two teams historically very good at that Division III kind of level, and should be. They always have some very good individual players.
They do, and I know McBain always has size down there and good, big, strong kids. So we're looking to get into some physical matchups with them, and then obviously St. Francis is always well coached, and ready to play. So I think between these 3 early scrimmages, we'll be able to get a good sense of what we need to work on and what we need to fine-tune heading into the regular season.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, Doug, I appreciate you joining us this morning on the Scoreboard Show, and you'll be a regular participant of it. We always record our post-game interviews and play them back on our show on Saturday morning. So best of luck today in your scrimmage, and then maybe I'll see you on Wednesday night.
Sounds good. Always enjoy talking to you guys, and excited for a great season ahead of Titan basketball.
Yep. All right. Go Titans.
Go West.
All right. Coach Doug Ballman from Traverse City West, the head coach of the boys basketball team there. A lot of success, Roadrunner, the past few years, and I want to keep it rolling now.
That's right. And sports is up and going. And I tell you, the playoffs that they're up, like you and JC talked about, going to be some interesting playoff football.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and there's actually 8-player football finals going on up at the Superior Dome up in Marquette today. Yeah. Unfortunately, no local teams, but in Division I, Martin taking on Montebello, and in Division II, Portland St. Patrick taking on North Dickinson. So best of luck to those teams. There'll be 2 teams crowned as state champs in 8-player football today. We will continue with the basketball theme. When we come back, we're going to have the head coach of the Grayling Vikings, L.J. Mead, will be next. You are listening to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernick, GMC in Gaylord.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Melissa Sullivan, off-road enthusiast and your host. Remember, there's only certain times you can operate your off-road vehicle this month. If you plan to ride on state land between November 15th and November 30th, please note the designated riding times. This schedule is in place to respect the hunting season activity. You've got 2 great opportunities each day. If you're going to ride, plan your trips between the middle of the day, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and you can also operate your ORV after dark once the sun has fully set. Remember to check the official DNR regulations for exact sunset times and more details. And if you're seeking a guaranteed place to ride this holiday, we've got the perfect destination. Don't miss the annual Mounds Giving event. Head down to the Mounds ORV Park in Mount Morris this Thanksgiving Day. It's a major yearly tradition bringing together riders for one of the largest off-road gatherings of the season. Gates open early, offering a full day of riding. Whether you hit the trails at Mounds Giving or you hit the trails for a night ride, remember to respect your fellow riders, ride right, and don't leave your trash, leave a good impression.
Visit us on UpNorthSportsRadio.com for more information on how to ride safe this fall.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCO.com. Toro, count on it. Mowing the yard will no longer be a chore with a Toro Time Cutter, built to tackle big jobs while fitting in small spaces with zero-turn maneuverability. Getting on and off the mower is a breeze with a step-through front end. Comfort comes standard with a seat that provides the ultimate in padding and back support. The Toro Time Cutter is available in a variety of deck sizes and special features. Head to your local Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit, or visit OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Toro, count on it.
Stop in to Jim Wernick GMC to check out all the new GMC models, from the smooth and quiet ride of the GMC Sierra to a great selection of SUVs to include the Acadia, Terrain, and Yukon. No matter what your needs and budget, you'll find the right GMC to check all the boxes. All this and an amazing service department, sales team, and finance group makes shopping Jim Wernick GMC in Gaylord the best choice. Visit WernickGMC.com. GMC. We are professional grade.
Think you know football? Go head-to-head for prizes with the Traverse City Record Eagles' own pro, senior sports writer James Cook. Pick your winners for every Sunday NFL matchup at record-eagle.com. If you beat James, you'll be entered to win a weekly prize from our Record Eagle sponsors. Make your picks each week, plus get contest rules and details at record-eagle.com/NFL Pick'em. Can you show up one of Northern Michigan's most trusted sports voices? James Cook's NFL Sunday Pick'em at record-eagle.com.
This is John Jansen from 97.1 Detroit Sports Radio. We are thrilled to bring our award-winning sports talk to Northern Michigan right here on Up North Sports Radio. Now you'll get all the Michigan sports action and opinions you've always wanted on 101.1 WGRY.
Need some help making Christmas merry and bright? Crawford County residents can sign up to receive assistance from Toys for Tots. Sign up at the Grayling Nature Center at the City Park on South James Street through the end of November. Registration is open Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 3 and Wednesdays from 2 to 6. Kids' birth certificates are required. Sign up Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 3 and Wednesdays from 2 to 6. Donate new and unwrapped toys now through December 9th at more than 40 locations in Grayling.
When the time comes to make your relationship official, Hogan's Diamond Jewelers is Northern Michigan's jewelry store. This is Erin Martins. Want to know about our credentials? While many stores come and go, Hogan's has been right here in downtown Gaylord for nearly 68 years. It's hard to say how many couples have begun their trip down the aisle of togetherness here at our store. Whether it's a guy looking for an engagement ring to present as he pops the question, or a couple who are pretty far along in their relationship coming in together to find the ring to seal the deal. You get the attention you deserve. If you need evidence of their satisfaction with Hogan's service, look at how often they come back for a ring to commemorate a meaningful anniversary or when it's time to renew their vows. Our bridal couples send their friends here too. We take time to talk to you, and more importantly, we listen to what you have to say, one couple at a time. It's how we've done it for going on 7 decades. We're on Main Street, M32 in downtown Gaylord at Hogan's Diamond Jewelers.
The savings are red hot at the Chevy Red Tag Sale at Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Right now, you can lease a 2026 LT Crew Cab with TurboMax for an astounding $155 per month with just $3,500 down. Or take advantage of 0% financing for qualified buyers on select 2026 Silverado, 1500s, Equinox, or Trailblazers. Grab a red tag before they're all gone. You'll only find these at ChevyCentral.com or in Gaylord on Old 27 at Jim Wernig Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education or where your talents lie, the Michigan Army National Guard has most of the answers. Your participation in a few yearly training exercises will make you stronger and part of a patriotic team. You will also receive up to $50,000 in scholarships towards your education, including training and placement in exciting tech and medical fields. Build your future and support your country. Apply to miarmyguard.com. That's miarmyguard.com. It's time to announce the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com. miarmyguard.com. The Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week is Alex Figueroa of the Kingsley Stags. Congratulations, Alex Figueroa. Sergeant Travis Shuttler, recruiter for the Traverse City area, will be dropping by Kingsley High with some cool National Guard swag just for you. Visit miarmyguard.com to set your career in motion. Congratulations to the Michigan Army National Guard Student Athlete of the Week here on Up North Sports Radio's High School Scoreboard Show. If you're worried about the cost of continuing your education, build your future, and support your country, apply to miarmyguard.com.
Welcome back to the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Rich Calkins and the Roadrunner in with you today. And joining us now, the head coach of the Grayling boys basketball team, LJ Mead. LJ, how you doing, bud?
Hi, good morning. Doing great. How are you, Rich?
Doing good, doing good. It's that time of year. You guys have had around 10 days of practice. How's this team coming together?
We are we're coming together, as you say. Had our first scrimmage last night, and so it's good to actually get out and compete with the boys. And there's a lot to look forward to with this group, and then there's absolutely a lot to work on as well. So should be a fun year, but it's going to get going and get real for us right here after Thanksgiving break. We play 7 games from December 1st through the 16th. So 7 games in 15 days, I believe it is.
Wow, you guys have the early season blitzkrieg going on there, LJ.
We do, which is, hey, that's what the kids want to do. They want to play, right? But,
right.
At the same time, I wouldn't have minded to have a few of those pushed back in the season. And with the seasons being a little shortened up, and then adding those extra games a couple years ago to go to 22, it's just hard getting in all the games unless you do some sort of Christmas or winter tournament. So yeah, we got a lot going on.
Yeah, no question. All right, LJ, the makeup of the team, who do you got come back as your senior leaders? I'm sure Miles is right at the forefront of that.
Yeah, we actually have 6 seniors returning, so we do have a pretty experienced squad returning. We have 6 seniors. We have a sophomore, Jaden Peters, that played minutes last year as well. So I feel like we have a pretty experienced group. Out of that senior crew, we have some height that we haven't had, which is kind of exciting. So I have Daniel Hunter, plays center, somewhere around 6'4", and then Austin Schwartz, or Bobby as we like to call him, David Neal. So we have some height this year that's in that crew, and we have Miles who can score for us and shoot the ball. So we got some dynamics, and on my end, it's a little interesting trying to come up with lineups and work through the lineups yet, and that's a little bit what we did yesterday, and we'll have to play with that the first week of the season. We play 3 games, so we'll get to figure that out real quick.
Right. Now, LJ, some of those names that you mentioned, I know that those guys obviously are good athletes. A lot of them play football as well. So it sounds like this team, you mentioned you're going to have some height, but also you're going to have some pretty good athleticism.
Yeah, we really do. We got some team speed and athleticism, and Rich, this is a group. I mentioned Miles and being my boy, but this is a group that I've had since 3rd grade, and I started taking them around in our. It used to be the Lake Michigan Conference Travel League, and so for me, it's pretty exciting, and obviously know the kids really well, the parents, and we have some good families, good kids, and so definitely looking forward to it. And last night when we scrimmaged, when we got after it defensively and got out and ran and used that athleticism, things were really good for us. So that's what we're going to look to do.
Nice. Now, Coach, looking at that Northern Shores Conference that you're in, a lot of heavy hitters, teams that are typically very good. The Boyne Cities, the Charlevoix, of course, Harbor Springs, and has had some good teams, and some Elk Rapids. Coach, who's coming back on those teams? Do you have some real big time players from those teams coming back?
Yeah, I think you look at our league, it's going to be solid again. Elk Rapids, I think is going to be one that he's just got a consistent, successful program over there that he runs, and so they really get after it defensively and challenge you, and so I think they're going to be a really tough out for anybody in our league. Sheboygan has a nice group of kids that can play around the perimeter, and when they get on fire, holy cow, they can light it up and shoot the 3. And so if you can't contain that, or if they get hot, it can be a tough night, and that happened twice to us last year. You go through that lineup. Charlevoix has the Gaffney boy, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to come back from his injury or where they're at with that. But Charlevoix and Coach Tro over there, he always has a good squad. So I anticipate a really competitive league again. Kalkaska, I think, has got some athletes. They got some height, and then their quarterback is a point guard for him, and he's just an athlete with speed and has developed a shot. So I think anywhere you go in the league this year, you're going to have competitive games all the way across the board.
Yeah, night in and night out. You can't overlook anybody in that tough conference, that's for sure, LJ, because anybody can beat anybody, literally.
Literally, and honestly, we always have 1 or 2 that seem to be at the top, and are those heavy hitters. And I didn't even get to talk on Boyne, and Boyne's got a couple of kids with just some incredible length. They got the Hewitt boy who's fast, athletic. And he shocked us last year where he didn't score in the games in the conference, and then he had to be at 18 at halftime, or somewhere around 18, just knock down some 3s. And I may be wrong on this, Rich, but I feel like our league is going to be as close across the top, where there's multiple teams that really could compete and win it, and it just depends on what kids show up, and we've been with high school boys, and one kid gets on fire and could change a game. So I think it's really good. The conference this year is really up for grabs.
Yeah, Coach, a real tough non-conference schedule. Some of the big Division I schools you're playing. Alpena coming to town there. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to play at Alpena before, but that's a very unique gym over there. But I'm glad you're playing them back home.
Yeah, we've gone up there and scrimmaged. The team that we won regionals with a few years back. We went up and we played them, and that year we tried to get a couple of D1 schools up north and to scrimmage ahead of time, and so that we played in that gym. And it was good. Last year we were actually supposed to play over there at their place, and because of the weather and the cancellations, they ended up canceling on us because they had to make up a league game. So we didn't get to see them last year, but yeah, we get them in our place this year.
All right, should be a lot of fun. It's always fun scheduling up, a division or two, Coach, because then you take on some of that higher competition, and it just prepares you when you go try to make a deep tournament run.
Yeah, absolutely. Success breeds success, and if you're competing against the best, and your kids can rise to that and not tuck their tails, then in the end you're going to be in a good position for the tournament.
For sure. Well, LJ, I really appreciate you joining us here in the preseason to give us a little idea of what to expect from the Grayling Vikings here. It's going to be a real exciting season, and I'm looking forward to you being a regular contributor here on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, as always, I appreciate all you guys do and taking the time to promote these boys and our programs up here in Northern Michigan, and give them some love.
Yeah.
A lot downstate. So what you guys are doing is fantastic. I appreciate it, and anytime you call, I'll be here for you.
All right, great. LJ Mead of the Grayling Vikings. Thanks a lot, LJ. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
And happy Thanksgiving, guys. Take care. Go Vikes.
All right, go Vikes. All right, Roadrunner. There we go with what we have to talk about here sports-wise today. But you're going to be over on our sister station on Q100, busy all day.
Yeah, kicking off the rock and roll, as they say, 11 o'clock by request, Rich. In fact, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you. You too, buddy.
Not
yes.
that we would, but hey.
Right.
But, man, we got lots of sports playoff game stuff today.
Yeah, we do.
So
Absolutely.
great that everybody's tuning in, getting the updates.
You bet. Yeah, and we will, like JC had mentioned in our first segment of the day, we will not be on the air next Saturday, so we'll be off on that day, a couple days after Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on December 6th to kick off mainly our basketball season. Games will have been played, and we'll be talking about it.
I'll be running the boards for the Vikings
You are,
on
yeah.
December 1. That first Monday is their first game and the kickoff for basketball season.
That's
so
right.
By the 6th, you'll be having lots of information.
You've been doing that quite a few years now for the Vikes?
Yeah, for the Vikes. I think from the original.
Yeah,
I'm
very
an
good.
original.
Very good.
Well, you used to come in and punch boards with me
I
once
did,
in a while.
yes, absolutely. Yep, and called Grayling Games for 12 years. So,
yes, you did.
Looking forward to that. So, best of luck with your show today.
Hey, thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving, like I said, and to all of our listeners right here on the Sports Scoreboard show. Hey.
And so we'll see you in a couple of weeks on the Northern Michigan Scoreboard Show, brought to you in part by Jim Wernig, Chevrolet, and GMC in Gaylord. We'll see you in a couple of weeks here, listening to some different sports going on here on Up North Sports Radio. We're going to go back to Infinity Sports. What do we have going on?
Well, speaking of that, December 1st, we change over from Infinity to the 97. I won't say the other word after, but 97 Sports coming out of Detroit.
Yes.
It's a big move. They're going to be carried right here on WGRY.
Absolutely.
So you're Up North Sports.
Regular listener to them, and I'm going to be glad to have it locally owned right here as well.
Right, so be listening for that December 1st. That kicks off right here on Up North Sports Radio.
Exciting stuff for sure.
Yeah,
coming
lots
up.
of sports changing right on the 1st of December.
Absolutely, yeah. So looking forward to that kind of a simulcast of their shows coming out of 97.1.
Yep, down there. So,
yes.
All right, Rich, we'll be talking to you. We'll see you on that Saturday, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
The savings are red hot at the Chevy Red Tag Sale at Jim Wernig Chevrolet in Gaylord. Right now, you can lease a 2026 LT Crew Cab with TurboMax for an astounding $155 per month with just $3,500 down. Or take advantage of 0% financing for qualified buyers. A select 2026 Silverado, 1500s, Equinox, or Trailblazers. Grab a red tag before they're all gone. You'll only find these at ChevyCentral.com or in Gaylord on Old 27 at Jim Wernig Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Just like Northern Michigan High School athletes, Saab relies on trust, drive, and expertise. Those are the values it takes to have a winning season, and the same values that